Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is kind of a dark horse pick for Worlds. Not every deck is like at the forefront. Like we have some dark horse picks, right? Like this one right here, Heidern Hardboiled Assassin out of the KOF 15 decks. Kind of like how Benny Maru was earlier in my Worlds prep videos. Also like Mighty Coon could be one too out of the decks. Like something that is kind of new. People haven't had a lot of time to prep for it, so like it's a dark horse pick. Like you may not have any experience on what to do against it, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make it. I like this character a lot. I think this guy's really cool. He has some really cool symbols. He has like some of the best symbols in the game on him. Yeah, so it's just wild. So let's get into it. Heidern Hardboiled Assassin. He's a 630. Death, Life, and Void. That simple spread is crazy. Next, and then he has an enhance. This attack gets 1 speed. If you have exactly 3 attacks in your card pool, your rival reveals their hand. They discard all non-attack cards revealed this way. It's a very cool payoff for stringing out, right? Like we play 3 moves, we get rid of all their non-attack cards. Issue is they get to hold their attacks, which is kind of, you know, kind of weird because we want them to discard attacks, not non-attacks, but we have ways to get around that. Response after, then he has another ability, response after you play your first attack card this turn. That card does not count towards progressive difficulty this turn. That means you played as an attack, you played as a block. It doesn't say first card, it's first attack card, so if you block later in the string, you know, with an attack card, that does not count towards progressive, but also like when you're attacking, your first move doesn't count towards progressive, which is really nice in this deck. We are off main symboling death, so we get to play a lot of really good ones. So let's get into the attacks. We got his move, 3 copies of Heidern's End. Heidern End, 5 difficulty, 3 check, 1 mid block, 3 mid, 7, EX2 charge weapon. Blitz, spend a momentum, your rival reveals their hand, they discard all attack cards revealed this way, and then your rival draws a card for each of the discarded attacks. So look at to refill their hand up. More often than not, they're holding 1 or 2, so they'll cycle 2 cards. Maybe they drew non-attack cards, so if we play a third move, we can just rip their hand apart and just have fun. Also, response after this attack is blocked, seal 1 rival foundation. On average, this probably is going to be partial blocked. It's going to be blocked. So, because it's 7 damage, when our rival doesn't want to take a full 7, so we get to seal 1 cool card on their stage, which actually leads into other things. 2 copies of Nesh, 5 difficulty, 3 check, 3 high block, 2 high for 5. Throw and slam. Blitz, add 1 foundation from your stage for the top of your deck. This attack gets 3 damage. So it's a 8 damage throw. We get to confirm our next check no matter what. Maybe we have a form draw. Maybe we can add, maybe we somehow built a foundation into our stage, but more often than not, it's going to be able to confirm our next check as a 5 or a 6. 3 copies of Earthbreaker, 5 difficulty, 3 check, 1 high block, 3 low for 5. Stun 2, charge punch. Blitz, if your rival has more foundations than you, draw a card. Response card pool, after you draw 1 or more cards, your attack gets 1 damage. And then after this attack, after the attack deals damage, we get to target destroy 1 rival foundation committed during this attack. So that also means during the stun 2, and then if they have any committal abilities, or even if they pass checks with this, it's still considered during the attack. So if they block it, have to commit some cards, we can target destroy 1 of the cards that were committed, not just due to the stun, but to any committed effect, any other commit effect, and doing to pass checks, because they're committing foundations to pass those checks. So we can really just destroy anything in their board if they commit it. And now we got 2 copies of Irwin's Final Charge, 5 difficulty, 3 check, 2 mid block, 5 mid 5, breaker 1, charge weapon. Blitz, sacrifice any number of foundations. The attack gets 1 damage for each foundation we've sacrificed. And then if we sacrifice 5 or more foundations, we get 5 speed. So it's like a kabillion for kabillion. This is a really good way to finish off our rival if we've, nuked their hand down to like nothing. And then we can just send 10 damage their way or more if we're able to. Maybe we've gotten rid of their cards early. We can just send like a little 5 damage poke, and then we can just finish them off with another move. Now, probably the best opener in the deck is Ripper Arrives. 4 difficulty, 3 check, 1 high block, 4 mid for 3. I believe it has been errated to have ranged on it or weapon, one of the two. Blitz, discard 1 card. Your rival discards 1 card. Response after this attack resolves. If it's received a speed and damage bonus, your next attack gets +2/+2. We do have ways to give it damage. Really only one way. It is ready to sortie, so maybe more often than not it's not going to lead into that, but later game it will. It's just a way to really just rip our rival's hand apart as we're going in to try to kill them. Speaking of hand rip, we got Try Gravity Beam, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 1 mid block, 4 mid for 5. Deadlock Stun 3, which is huge. Deadlock Stun is big. Ranged, Enhanced, Destroy 1 Foundation. If you have 2 other attacks in your card pool, we get to look at your rival's hand and remove 1 card. And then if at least one of our cards have been removed this turn, this attack gets -2 damage. We don't really have ways to remove cards on our turn, but we can, push it for 5 damage. If we're able to, try to think, if we Genkai's Guidance early, if we get rid of a card in their hand, that removes a card, so we can do that. It's the death deck, so we don't have a whole lot of ways to remove on cost. So this guy's actually pretty good. At 5 mid for 5 is nothing to snuff at. That just rips a card away. We could chunk our rival down by 5 just fine. If we need a lot of damage, Battle Or Release will come in handy. 4 difficulty, 3 check, 2 mid block, 4 mid for 4, flip a foundation, draw a card, and then we get X damage equal to the number of face downs in our card pool. A 4 diff cantrip is never bad. It also is overstatted at +1 speed, and then whatever damage we can get added on. It just becomes like a beat stick that can double up as a kill card at 4 to 8 damage. 1 copy of Military Airship. We don't draw a lot of cards on face, so we need ways to recycle attacks out of our card pool. Let's also recycle blocks out of our card pool. 3 difficulty, 5 check, 2 high block, unique. We get to commit and freeze this card and then add 1 card from our card pool to our hand. This is so we can rebuy about either attacks or blocks. 1 copy of Genkai's Guidance, 1 difficulty, 5 check, 3 low block. First form, remove. Discard a card, your rival discards a card. So we're really looking to hand rip, try to really take away a lot of our opponent's resources so we can really just go in and kill them. Then response, destroy 3 foundations. After your rival plays an attack, remove it from the game. This is so we can just either 1, not deal with an attack completely and just really ignore it. And then 2, if we're in deadlock, this allows us to be debuild down. Now into the foundations, we got 4 copies of Botan's Coaching, 0 difficulty. Wow, 0 difficulty, 5 check, 3 mid block. Enhanced flip, both players discard 1 card, draw a card. This allows us to just keep digging for attacks, digging for certain block zones. We really don't want to give our rival more bites at the apple, so we really want to use this really on our turn. It's really the best Battle Or Release target to flip and draw a card with. And 0 syndicate target, 0 difficulty, 6 check, 0 low block. After we play this card as a block, we lose a health. It's just there for stats. It's a 0/6, easy to build. It's great to check, easy to block with. Now, totally not jealous. This is a pretty cool, neat little piece. 1 difficulty, 5 check, 3 low block. Response flip. After your rival adds 1 or more cards to their hand during the combat phase, we draw a card. So that's Heidern's end when it forces them to draw cards after they've discarded all attack cards. That's also Botan's Coaching when they go to draw cards. Anyway, we can make our rival draw cards. We can draw cards as well. If they draw cards, we get to draw cards. Everyone's drawing cards. It's like Oprah. You get a card, you get a card, you get a card. We just draw so many cards in this deck. It's pretty cool. Treasure Hunting, 1 difficulty, 5 check, 3 high block. Form flip, draw 1 card, discard 1 card unless your rival has 15 or more cards in the discard pile. So after like late turn 2, early turn 3, this says, hey man, form flip, draw a card. 2 copies of Desperate Plea, 1/4, 2 mid block. Like I said, he has some of the best simple spreads in the game, so we can just block and build things as needed. Block with attacks, build them face down. And then we can stack them with Nesh and somehow draw them, or we can just draw real cool. We can block with really cool foundational pieces and then build them for defense, build them for offense. It just allows us to really sculpt our stage out. 3 copies of Battle for Dominance, 1 difficulty, 5 check, 2 low block. Rival's turn. Flip, remove 1 card from our card pool. If we did, draw a card. So it allows us to draw a card on defense, especially after we've blocked and used our does it count towards progressive? So we can, our second block, we can remove our second block to draw a card. Or if we've gotten a card stuffed in our card pool, allows us to clear that card pool out. And 3 copies of Red White's the coolest. 1 difficulty, 5 check, 3 low block. Flip, this attack gets +2 damage. Play well committed. Our character gives speed. We need some ways to get damage. This allows us to put damage on Ripper Arrives, so we give it speed so we can carry over the 2/2 to the next one. We don't play any cards with red or hardened in it, so that part doesn't matter, but getting extra damage on a committed foundation is really good. I can see this being replaced with, I think it's Holy Soil, when this card rotates. Ready to Sortie at 2 copies, 2 difficulty, 5 check, 2 low block, enhance, sacrifice a foundation. Your attack gets +1 damage. If a rival foundation has been sealed this combat phase, your attack gets +1 speed. We're probably not going to get that off too much, but we will get 1 damage, so we can give 1/1 over a course of a turn. Kind of adds up. 2 copies of Moment of Normalcy. We don't draw exponentially a lot. We do have a lot of cycle draw. We do have ways to get around it, but having 2 copies of Moment of Normalcy isn't bad. We would like to see it, at least once during an entire set. Now, one of the best foundations in the game, Dark Ward, 2/5, 3 low block spell. Response flip. After your rival plays a responsibility on a card in their card pool, we get to cancel its effects. Big one's Breaker. Big one's also Earthbreaker for damage. Also, Anchor Toss for Mikasa decks. There's a lot of different card pool effects you have to be aware of. This allows you to cancel them. And the other pack bound doesn't matter because there's only like 1 pack bound in the entire game right now. 2 copies of Latent Skill, 2/5, 2 high block, enhance flip, discard 2 cards, and then draw 2 cards. This allows you to cycle draw into attacks. Maybe we have to look for some block zones. One thing you've got to be careful of Mashos. You don't want to pay costs and then get your hand nuked and then to get dunked on. So just be careful against the decks you're playing against. 1 copy of Togro's Dominance, 2/5, 2 mid block. Response, destroy. After your rival plays an ability on an asset or foundation, destroy it. Team Togro doesn't matter because we're not a bad guy. Well, technically we're a bad guy, but we're Team Akari, which I don't know if they're bad guys or not. So, I don't know, whatever, man. We need ways to destroy assets, and this gives us a way to just completely destroy our assets. So, a Mutant Machine, Military Airship, Anti-Titan, the Cannon from Peak, Team Hero 15, Team Rival 15, whatever. This just allows us to deal with those assets. Sure, they get the ability still, but I guess Team Hero 15 removes its cost, so it doesn't matter. But the stuff that just sticks around forever, or maybe after they use the damage pump, then you sack it before they build the card, which is really bad play on their part. But sometimes you catch them sleeping. 3 copies of Keiko's Aid, 2 difficulty, 5 check, 3 high block. Response flip. After you block an attack, your rival's next attack gets +2 difficulty. Gives them some breaker, kinda. Since we're blocking our first move, ignoring progressive difficulty with their first attack card, being able to add breaker added difficulty to the card makes it so it's harder for them to string into you and survive. Always cool. 2 difficulty, 5 check, 2 low block, range taunt. This card cannot leave the card pool during the combat phase. Enhance, add this card to your card pool, build the top 2 cards of your deck, and then response destroy. After an attack is played, its damage cannot be modified. Man, I'm going to miss this card when it's gone. It does so much for you. It ramps you. It allows you to just protect damage if you're swinging in. Also, it says, hey man, your rival's attack can't be modified. So it's a really good like flow piece, tech piece that it has very just vast. The way you can use it's very vast and very, very technical, and I'm going to miss this one. Fell Role Model comes in at 2 copies, 2/5, 3 mid block, enhance, flip, mill 1, seal 1, rival foundation. So if you want to point and click, get rid of a Moment of Normalcy, maybe they have a way to draw cards, and you don't want them to draw cards, this allows you to say, hey man, you don't get to do that, and then you push your discard button. It's kind of a nombo with blitz abilities because you have to do it before you play the card with the blitz ability. So you kind of have to like think a few steps ahead. But this is one of those great cards out of Jet Burn that we're going to miss immensely. And it also has a great Deadlock enhance, flip, seal, commit, and freeze one rival foundation. Yeah, it's just one of those cards that we're going to miss. Point and clicks are great, and this is one of the big ones that we're going to miss. 2 copies of Nonagon, 3 difficulty, 5 check, 1 mid block. Unique, response, sacrifice after an attack is played. Seal it. We don't want to deal with our rival's moves, so we're just going to seal the abilities and then just deal with the stats on it instead of having to think about a million different enhances, blitzes, and responses. Now, Deku's a thing, so man, this card is so good right now in the format. Desperate Struggle, 3 difficulty, 5 check, +4 mid block. Response flip after your rival's attack gets a damage bonus. Return to its printed damage. Response flip after your rival's attack gets a speed bonus. Return it to its printed speed. This just says, hey Deku, you don't get to blow me out. If someone is like gonna, maybe they do a big powerful or a big EX, just says, nah, I'm gonna deal with it and I'll block it, or I'll just tank the printed damage of it. This card is so good. It's such a good symbol spread. I can't believe this card. Oh man, I really like if they reprinted this card in a future set, I would not be mad. This card's great. Now into the sideboard, we got 2 copies of Lunar Ring, 5 difficulty, 3 check, 1 mid block, 4 high for 5, Fury Kick, enhance, destroy rival asset. That's all it is. Just say, hey man, boom. Point and click, get rid of the asset, and then enhance. This attack gets +1 damage for each card that's been destroyed this turn. It may get 1 or 2 more damage. Maybe you have a ready to sortie out, or and your rival has an asset, so you get 2 damage and a speed on it, which is kind of nice from Heidern. It's not going to get to like massive damage, but it'll get there if you need it. And we got 2 copies of Heat Tackle, which probably could have made it into the, like this probably goes, I could see Nesh being cut and this being added in. 5 difficulty, 3 check, 2 low block, 3 high for 6. Tension, charge, punch. Response, card pool, seal this card after your rival plays an ability that adds any number of cards to their hand, cancel it. This is even if it's in like Midoriya is commit, set this attack speed to 0, draw a card, skip this attack's and hand step. Since it actually has draw a card in the entire ability, it will cancel that entire ability and protect your attack. Yeah, it's just a really good card in the meta right now. Then we got more asset hate and devastating loss. 2 difficulty, 5 check, 3 low block, enhance, sacrifice, destroy 1 rival asset or backup. This card's just as good as Togoro's Dominance, maybe even better due to the block. But yeah, like you can just interchange these. I like having Togoro's Dominance because it gets rid of a foundation or an asset. This one gets rid of an asset or a backup, so you can interchange them pretty well. Next up is 2 copies of Creative Strategist, 2 difficulty, 5 check, 2 high block. Response flip, after your rival clears a card from the card pool during the combat phase, add the top card of their deck to the card pool face down. Hey Mikasa, you're going to have to deal with some extra progressive difficulty. It's going to be face down, so it's going to be really hard for you to get rid of it. Yeah, it's just a really good way to get rid of the card pool clearers. Even if it's like a non-character, if it is a character ability, it still works with that because it doesn't have the non-character tag. So like Bridget, if she clears one to her momentum, you're just like, nah man, add the top card to your deck. You still have to deal with progressive. And then 2 more copies of Desperate Struggle. Deku is a force in the matchup. Big, like attacks that go tall, like big numbers. This actually can help you survive and helps you keep it to a more manageable number. So yeah, this is like one of my big dark horse picks for Worlds, guys. Like I actually think this character is very good, and if you're not ready for them, he will cook you. To pardon the pun on the hard-boiled part. But yeah, like I think like he's very viable off all 3 symbols. I do think they each have their own strengths. Like I think the death version may be able to just yeet you out of nowhere, just the way it can rip your hand apart. Void probably has a little bit more of a control-y like defensive package while just pumping stats on attacks. And then life's just going to be generally good. Ignoring progressive, you get to gain a lot of life, you get to gain health, you get to draw a lot of cards. It's a very good very good package right now. This guy has some just insane symbols. I just can't believe it. So yeah, that's all I got for the Heidern hard-boiled assassin deck for Worlds, guys. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Will he make a splash at Worlds? Don't know, but I hope someone takes the plunge and does it, because I think this guy's really cool. I know after Worlds, I'm going to be playing him, because I already have my Worlds deck squared away. I'm going to be playing a version of this guy, along with some of the new Godzilla characters, so let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit those bells for notifications so you're not missing a Worlds prep video, so you're not underprepared, and until the next one, take care.